Whoa, where am I? I can't remember anything. Why do I become a ball when I jump? And why do my feet disappear when I run? What did that sign say? Whoa, where am I? I can't remember anything. Launched in Japan in 1996, Sonic the Hedgehog the movie was published as 2 OVAs, being brought to the West by ADV Films in 1999, maybe as a guest to Princess Party, as a single movie which deserves a better subtitle. A huge threat, freaks of nature, and adventure. Don't miss Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie of the game of the memo from the sea, with the shoes and the music of the Michael Jackson, with the gems, with the power of the Super Saiyans lady! Da-da-da! This movie isn't wonderful, and I have to say this right off the bat because I like it. So much so that I came here digging for a copy. Not critically, but nostalgically. The feeling while you watch is of something like Sonic 2, which makes sense since the movie is from between the classic Mega Drive games and 06. And there are details definitely more 06 than not, even if not as absolutely stupid. I say not as absolutely stupid because this is a comedy. A comedy adventure, but still a comedy. The movie is next on Sonic's list of appearances, after The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, a comedy series in which Sonic is basically the Roadrunner and Robotnik is a coyote with more resources and robot servants, but much more pathetic. The series was shown in Brazil on TV Colosso in 1996, and that's why I didn't know who the hell were these robots on Mean Bean Machine, or why the hell a threatening character like Robotnik had this face. However, Sonic had a less absurd appearance in a series from the same year, Sonic the Hedgehog, known as Sonic Sat AM, not that Mr. Satan had become a DJ, but because it was on Saturday mornings and I imagine everyone wanted to differentiate the more serious series from...
Are you my mother?
Yeah. Sonic Sat AM certainly deserved to be differentiated for one little detail. It's the only one to really use the scenario from the Mega Drive games. Adventure is a slapstick comedy with Ren and Stimpy distortions, because everybody wanted Ren and Stimpy's success, but nobody understood Ren and Stimpy's success, not even Ren and Stimpy, at least it's not Schnookens and Meat. Underground is the tale of a royal family taking back the throne, X is a tale of dimensional travelers who are also celebrities, and boom! Boom is a bandaging together of tropes to sell characters, following the example of Transformers. Post-movie. You like Sonic because he magically transforms a robot crab in a differently colored flicky? Fuck you, here's Rodimus Prime! Using the name of the first episode of a more critically acclaimed series is particularly offensive. And Sonic Sat AM, on the other hand...
Tell me, Sniffly, how did the Hedgehog get past all my security?
Of course, it isn't exactly the same scenario, but a continuation of it. Robotnik increases his army and the areas under his control in every game, so it'd just be a matter of time, really. Having all of this in mind, this movie is interesting because it is, in fact, comedic, but not, in my opinion, offensively so, like most of the others can be. As a matter of fact, I don't mind adventures being comedic, since you have to suspend disbelief anyways. Sonic, help! Wait, I need to get the Chaos Toaster! That's because this movie knows it's a comedy adventure and creates a scenario not unlike the games, where the Enterprise exists. This is where the movie starts, with Sonic and Tails on an island, but not taking place just on the island, of course, that would be quite stupid, possibly in the Bermuda Triangle, when they get a visit from an owl. This blind owl, irony, says the president wants to see them and they take off on their classic biplane. How the hell this wasn't edited? Just change the order and that's it. That's it! This is the part where you have to turn off your brain so you can enjoy the movie. And if you can't, I understand. I think it's too much complaining about Sonic's feet becoming a Mobius strip, but I certainly went, huh, when I saw a frozen image of it, or when I noticed that Tails almost always has his propulsion, well defined as similar to a hovercraft's helix while he runs, in helicopter position like when he's going up. Immediately after leaving the island, Sonic and Tails get to the president's room. Maybe they had a Mobius flag on, and see Robotnik on his chair. A scene that would inspire X-Men 2. I did say Sonic was a Saiyan, right? Tails is clearly at level 1 all the time. How do you think he can fly with his tails? Maybe he fell into the potion's cauldron. But Sonic needs to stop because the president and his daughter are hostages.
How didn't I see this before?
Robotnik then explains his city, Robotropolis, was taken over by Metal Robotnik, and the electrical generator is without a brake, so the extra electricity has nowhere to go and it's going to make it explode. That's not how electricity works. Quickly, generators are machines that make a magnet move, almost always turning them and put conductors near it so the magnetic field generates a current. The difference between a generator is what makes the magnet spin, if it's a huge amount of water or heat generated by burning fuel or radioactive material. The idea that a magnet spinning can blow up the world is so stupid that it led me to write a paragraph explaining why it's so stupid and saying I studied electrotechnology at Cefet CSF. With this damn stupid premise, Sonic says he doesn't care but is convinced by Tails.
Someone tell me why I should trust Robotnik when 99 out of 100 times he's lying.
But what if this is that one other time?
Oh.
But what if this is that one other time? But what if this is that one other time? But what if this is that one other time?
Of course, with the help of the president, Miss Star 1996, and his daughter, maybe a second cousin to that Yu Yu Hakusho character that I've never forgotten.
What?
Zuruchi? If nothing else, at least we have to acknowledge one thing. These OVAs show clearly, and in 2D, why Sonic games don't work in 3D. At the same time, before showing up in the games, this movie shows Sonic's homing attack. That thing that makes no sense in its physics and kills the playability of Sonic games, making areas of enemies into pressing the button a bunch of times. And the OVAs are from before Sonic Adventure. There's a chance. This movie was the beginning of the end. Oh, and the president's daughter talking about her Sonic and kissing Knuckles doesn't help. She does have a monkey's tail, should I call her Saiyan 2?
Stop looking at her tail!
Anyway, Sonic and Tails follow a locator given by Robotnik and continue to avoid threats until they find a warp zone? Okay, researching this I found many warp items, and porcupines becoming knights require some kind of portal. It's not like I'm going to play that to understand how this happens.
Wouldn't secret rings be a better example?
I couldn't even control that. That isn't bad. That isn't a game. But at this point, we didn't have any warp in the games, unless you count the giant rings, which I always thought were more of a pocket dimension. That would explain why you literally go somewhere else with different rules and come back to following the same order of stages again. The animation looks more like Sonic CDs, but that was time traveling. You came out in the same stage, just in its future or its past. In a word, Samari. Getting to the Blue Fairy City, the two are found by Metal Robotnik and decide to escape for the lack of time. The fighting is interesting if you don't take it too seriously. Finally, Metal Robotnik uses a glue cannon to get him stuck. Yeah, obviously the giant robot is powered by horses and it's made out of a part of a glue factory. What? Did you expect me to make a joke? How old are you? 3? Sonic could still strike back like Miley Cyrus, but ended up stuck. The giant robot walks, terminatorly threatening, and reminds me of Cold Stone. There's only one way they can survive.
Hurry and save Sonic!
Why didn't you save Sonic?
This is bad! With my tail stuck together, I can't fly! Sonic, I'm coming!
But what? But how?
Come on, Sonic, I know you can do it!
Oh, of course, we need to make Miles Prower look useful, so we have to create an absurdly ridiculous situation! Tails, help! Finally, they beat the giant robot, throwing Sonic to destroy it, maybe trying to be more spinball, but it makes me think of Maximum Sonic. And yes, Robotnik was controlling the robot and Knuckles simply flies. But that's not what bothers me. Hang on. There you go. What? Echidna's feet point backwards. They are spiky Kurupira. The heroes get to Robotropolis and the pressure cooker generator in a stupid and fun sequence, and the machine gets Sonic to copy his life info and activates Metal Sonic.
And another thing!
Metal Sonic being sinister doesn't work as well as it could, but this is a legitimately well done joke. And the next scene with the Will-O-Wisps showing up and Metal Robotnik rising from the ground too. It doesn't matter that it doesn't make sense, it's well done. And with another well done joke right after. Sonic and Metal start fighting, Robotnik becomes that CDI Zelda villain, Metal beats Sonic, who seems to have died. Oh, I wonder if he's coming back. Robotnik wants to destroy the Land of the Sky, Metal Sonic visits the island where they live, apparently because he has the Blue Ball's memories. And let's be fair, in this one, the character who sees him can mistake Sonic for flowers. So it makes way more sense than Sonic Adventure 2. Robotnik wants to marry the president's daughter and give her a dress so she can be Tokyo Mew Mew, and she makes this face. Knuckles says the continents are held together by a glacier.
If the tip of the glacier was punctured by an explosion, the magma would rush to the surface, melting all the ice. The rotation of the planet would hurl the continents into outer space, where they would be blown to pieces.
Or float, waiting to be fixed by a werehog. And they all go to the North Pole, where Metal is starting the destruction, when Sonic gets there.
What? This world isn't big enough for both of us and one of us has to go?
Sonic, why don't you try to understand what Metal is saying? The fight starts again. Sonic falls balls first on Robotnik's ship and is apparently feeling the pain the president's daughter is inflicting on Metal, a machine. So she falls, but Knuckles is a bad enough dude to save her. We have another of those moments where you say, fuckily this stupid. He's a robot if he has enhanced strength. Robotnik fires a fox missile and a turtle missile.
Oh no, another design failure!
You have no idea, buddy. Tails falls on top of Sarah and aggressively caresses her shoulder, which enrages Knuckles.
Tails! Get off!
I'm so sorry!
And she gets that face and thinks, of course I don't want this little boy. He doesn't have 4 heads. He can't use 2 and alternate next time. Actually, this is something I should mention. This is the uncut American version, which includes the scenes that were taken out from the original release of the movie, but that doesn't mean they weren't edited. Supposedly, Tails had his hand on Sarah's boob when he woke up. The same way Sonic gave the finger to Metal Robotnik, the dialogue had curse words and some changes, like Knuckles being called a mole, and Robotnik indicating he was fondling Sarah's boobs under the giant robot's debris. And these are major problems we have with translations. Translators don't care or simply don't have the time to research stuff they have to, and harmless things are cut out. From all that I saw, the only thing that was actually offensive was Robotnik saying he was fondling Sarah's breasts, because it wasn't accidental and it's dismissed as normal. If you don't know the difference between an accidental touch and an old man groping a young woman, you're not really planning on having kids, are you? The fight goes on, destroying the place. That explosion continues. Knuckles digs holes to detour the lava and save Metropolis, and becomes Rain for a second. Whoa, everybody really wanted to be Ren and Stimpy. Tail tries to give control of Metal to Sonic's personality inside him, using Robotnik's locator.
I don't believe in fate.
The present comes with the owl on his rocket, Sonic and Metal keep fighting, the ship explodes, Metal saves them both and falls in the lava. And Robotnik comes back saying he still has Sonic's info.
Ah, what are you doing?
It looks like the idea was creating something more sad AM than adventures, but still for both audiences. If it had been just one OVA, it could have worked better. But as a series pilot, what's the incentive of seeing the end of Sonic 2 again? Still, as a one-shot movie, it isn't the worst thing in Sonic Team's basement. Hey, one of those signs! I wonder if I can take it with me. A comedy adventure, but a comedy still. Filho da puta. Damn train. I have to remember to speak in English when I'm having the outcut, cause these don't go into the Portuguese video, this goes into the English speaking video. That's because this movie knows it's a comedy adventure and creates a scenario not unlike the games. I screwed up so bad. Irony! Irony! That's not how electricity works! There's a chance. No train. Yes, train. Oh. I couldn't even control that. Oh, shit. Goddamn train. Oh, of course, we need something to make Miles Prowler useful, so we need to create something absolutely ridiculous. No. Oh, of course, we need to make Miles Prowler... I lost steam. Oh, of course, we need to make Miles Prowler look useful, so let's create an absurdly ridiculous... Echidna tongue. What? Echidna spawn... And these are major problems we have to... And these are major problems we have with translations. Translators don't care or simply don't have the time to research what they have to, and... From what I saw, only... God damn it, why am I stuttering? From what else? Why high encoding? Why? And these are major problems we have with translation. Translators don't care or simply don't have the time to research what they have to. Oh shit! Goddamn high encoding. And now I have to wait for the train. From all that I saw, the only offensive thing was Robotnik saying he was fondling Sarah's breasts. And the fucking train comes too. God damn it. Nothing works. And if it were... Still, it's not the worst thing... Damn it. I screwed up. But still for the two people, the two audiences, I blah blah blah. But as a movie... Still, as a one-shot movie, it's definitely not the worst you can see in Sonic Team's back... God damn it.